All right, everybody. All right, everybody. Back with another little tutorial for you guys. So with this one, I'm going to explain how to mess around with support and resistance boxes that you see up here. You know, it's very common for us to do that. And the trend line, which is this thing right here. So let's go back a little bit. So just to delete, you just press and hold. Delete. And then I'm on the M30. I'm going to use this to point M30 up here. You guys see that? Let's go to the H1, a little bit out. So I drew two boxes. The bottom line, you would say, is a support line. And the top line is a resistance line. And that's very common in trading and very key to know. So the support line is when price... Oh, one thing is... So this little crosshair in the very top, right up here, this little crosshair right here. So you could tap that, and then press and scroll around so you can get a more precise vision of things, and it'll show you where the RSI, this right here, the RSI reading, and the MA. So these are the moving averages, this line, which I will explain in another video. And the RSI is this. It's an indicator that I like to use, the relative strength index. I'll get into it later as well. But it pretty much shows you this line when it's a little too high, it's highly overbought or extremely overbought, and the market tends to drop at that level. You know, when it's up here a little too long, it might drop, and vice versa. When it's down here, these oversold and extremely oversold levels, and it hits it a lot, it's, pretty likely that it'll go up. So, but back to the topic at hand. So, support and resistance, these lines right here. So to draw it, all you got to do, once again, press and hold, delete. So go to the very top right here, this little area, this little square, triangle, and circle. Tap that. It'll say add object. So now you have the left is trend line, the other one is a rectangle, which we're going to use. They have an arrow. You can look at the degree. You can add a horizontal line, which is cool, like to mark where you entered. Well, no, like to mark different things, like maybe different take profits and stuff. And down here at the very bottom, oh wait, hold on one second. So that is an old trend line that I have on Euro USD, as you guys can see. So another pair I was looking at. So anyways, where it says current symbol right here, you click on that rectangle. That's the exact one that I just drew, and this just gives you more more detail and more information. And down here you could click on, boom, change the color and change the pixels, so how thick it is, how thick the line would be. So yep, leave that just how it was. And all time frames, if you want them to be shown on all time frames of your drawings, which I like to do. It gives me a better feel and a better view of the market. So back to where we had it. So we go right there, tap it, add object. Wherever your thumb or finger hits, that's exactly where it's gonna land at. So now we have it, boom. And you look at that square on the top left, see how it's more like zoomed in, you can see everything. So when you draw your support, you want to catch the wicks, right under there. Make it long, as long as you want, just so you can see it. But yeah, you want to always catch the wicks, because there is information there. And for beginners, that line on the left that I'm looking at, see how that whole candle, and then there's a line that extends, that is called the candle wick. So the price went all the way down here, but it went all the way up, and it closed up here, So, and then the meat in between is the candle body, and the little things on the outside are the wicks. So when I'm drawing, I like to, capture all the wicks. You could do this too, but to be precise, boom, capture those wicks, get that clean, boom. And then for the support, so let me just give you a quick rundown. So the support at the very bottom, so this right here, I'll just use this. Yeah, right here. That means that the price came up, came down, and then right here, a lot of buyers stepped in. Buyers came in, and there were so many buyers that it pushed the price up, played around, and then there was more buyers, so it pushed it all the way up. So this is a key area because as you see, when it hit here, it didn't even come back. So it's a very strong area. So it's always great to look to see what happens down here. It might be a good buying opportunity, but be patient because it could also drop and hit this. These are also major areas. So, because after this, major push up. This is a support and resistance or supply and demand. So this is also known as a demand zone, and then this up here is a supply zone. So it went all the way up and people didn't think it was a good value to buy it. It was too expensive. So people started selling it. A lot of sellers came in. They tried to bring it up. The buyers tried to bring it up. Nope. Sellers came right back down and brought it. So now it's fighting. And the moving average that I'll explain later, you see it's kind of touching it, respecting it, touching, breaking down. But it's like a magnet, it's really holding it up. So if it can't hold above the moving average, there's something wrong there. So back at it, let's draw the support. The resistance. Get that up there. Get that wick. You know what I mean? You could even, wait, let me go back up because it's a little bit too far. Yeah, there we go. And you could just drag it just like that. Boom. Get that wick. You could probably, if you want to be extra safe, get right there, to cover that whole body. You know what I mean? You want to be more like that, but we'll do it like this for now. This is an entire area because you see that whole candle just went shh. And you could always Google and research your own way to do support and resistance. So yeah, those are the two boxes. If you want to just do another one, boom, add another one, all that, go down here. You could do this all day, to really highlight your areas. So then, let's get it right for you guys. Right there, right around there. Yep, so get it right. So now you can go all the way down to the 30 and you'll see it. So you'll see, man, if I'm on the 15, it's about to hit that 1 hour level that I drew right here. You even want to go down, or you're on the 30, you want to go down to the 15, you don't see it. But, then you're going to have to zoom in. Just squeeze in and out with your two fingers to zoom in and out. So, now you can see it on the 15. And you see the yellows where the price is. So then you can make a decision. So, yep, there's that. Let's go back up to, let's say, the M30. And then now another key thing you will need is that second one, which is the trend line right here. This is also something helpful that, can work for you. So, yep, once again, just put it down there. You want to probably, the best thing to do is you don't want to have a trend line that's like super steep like this. That doesn't really help. But if you could see a trend line probably like this, where there's multiple touch points, that's very important. The more touch points, the better. The stronger the line is. So if we could even go down here, probably measure from right down here. Oh, sorry. Let me get that right. To we'll say right here. Let me just get it right for you guys right here. So that's a pretty steep, but it's not that steep, but there's a lot of information there. Once again, you guys could do better examples, but I'm just getting something really quick for my guys that are just learning. So you see one touch point right here, 2, we'll say 3, and then a 4th touch, and it couldn't break after that. After that, it kind of went up, came down, it retested that line and couldn't, so that was strong. 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then it just broke after that. So once you see a break of that trend line, would be a good time, hey, maybe the trend might start to reverse. So yep, that's another thing you can draw on there. And yeah, this is pretty much a quick lesson for you guys on how to use this chart on MetaTrader 4. It'd be very intuitive if you learn how to use it. This could be pretty much all you need. Now you want to do horizontal line, maybe a take profit area, just draw a take profit. Boom. Press and hold. Properties. name. You could even do M30. You could take profit 1, something like that. Boom. It won't show up there, but at least you'll know. It'll be color coded for you, and just hold it and move it around. Yeah, and then press and hold, delete. There you go. Support and resistance and trend lines and horizontal lines.